The winter storm watch put out yesterday from the Weather Service. This is for up and down I-5, Albany to Longview. This begins late tomorrow afternoon and then goes through Sunday night, which is what we've been talking about. Here's the radar right now. You know, when Tim and I were driving to work, we were right in the middle of just a torrential downpour. The cold front that produced that, as you look at the radar this morning, is now moving east away from I-5 and starting to bounce up into the mountains. Heavy snow up in the Cascades right now under a winter storm warning today. Also winter storm warning for the high coast passes. That's 6 and Highway 26 at 1,500 feet. And it's still a steady rain, but not as heavy as it was generally from Salem, Portland, up into Longview right now. Here, real quick, is the watch warning map. The winter storm warnings today, the kind of dark purple tones for the mountains, and then this more pink tone. That's the storm watch up and down I-5, as I mentioned, Eugene to Longview, starting late tomorrow afternoon into Saturday night. We're at 40 right now. This is going to be an active shower day. There might be a rumble of thunder. Rain just keeps coming and going. 45 at noon and 44 at 5 p.m. Mr. Gordon?
All right, Rod, thank you very much. Well, as Rod just explained, this weekend we're going to get our first big taste of winter weather in the Portland metro. City, county, and state leaders have all declared a state of emergency ahead of expected snow and freezing temperatures. Catherine Cook shows us how people are getting ready.
Certainly crews with ODOT up here on Sylvan Hill and beyond will be busy in the coming days, making sure roads are drivable. Of course, the ask is that folks stay home if and when things get bad. That might mean adjusting holiday plans. For folks we spoke with today, it meant getting ready now.
I saw the weather that the snow is coming.
In the hills of northwest Portland, the urban snow preps have begun.
Just get ready, get enough food in case.
For those new to the Northwest, we know there's so much more snow in fill in the blank, where they do fill in the blank to their roads. But guess what? You're here now. And storms here can be debilitating.
I want snow as long as I don't have to go driving in it. Too many people that don't know how to drive in the snow, I just soon avoid them.
It could be days before we could get down the hill, so we need to be prepared to sit tight for a couple days.
That means stocking up on groceries.
And probably have some chocolate around too.
And if you depend on electricity, you might want to think of a backup plan. PGE says this storm could mean power outages, so have enough flashlights, batteries, food, and water to last you a few days. On Thursday, Governor Kate Brown declared a state of emergency through January 3rd. With severe weather expected across the state, her office noted there could be disruptions to power and communications and critical transportation failures. AAA says 1.5 million Oregonians were expected to travel this holiday weekend, 92% on the road.
So our advice to folks is make sure you're prepared before you get in the car and head out on slick roads.
The city and county also declared states of emergency. Leaders noted people living on the streets may be in serious danger. Starting Christmas Day, the city will open 5 warming shelters when temperatures dip below freezing. Meanwhile, the shopping continues, as does the advice, with one notable suggestion.
Stay home and enjoy the holiday.
In Northwest Portland, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
And as Catherine briefly noted, their warming centers are starting to open up for people who need to escape the cold. In Portland, 5 centers will open tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. That includes the Sunrise Center on East Burnside and the Mount Scott Community Center on Southeast 72nd. They'll stay open 24 hours a day, and people and pets are welcome there. For information on other locations in Multnomah County, just dial 211. Washington County has shelters opening in Hillsborough and Beaverton, and Clackamas County officials say it plans to open shelters as well. We have a full list right now on KGW.com. And we'll be here to help you through the snow and the cold over the next week, on air and online. Stay up to date with the latest on conditions and check out live radar by downloading our KGW News app. Well, the spike in COVID cases blamed on the Omicron variant is affecting holiday air travel. Nationally, Delta Airlines says COVID cases and potentially severe weather forced them to cancel 90 flights scheduled for today. Alaska Airlines canceled 17 flights, and they say more cancellations are possible. And United Airlines says they've canceled 112 flights. The Oregon Health Authority is opening 4 new large vaccination centers to encourage people to get vaccines and those booster shots. Spirit Mountain Casino in Grand Ronde is one of those sites. It will start giving shots January 15th. There's also one at the Florence Event Center on the coast, the Roseburg Public Library, and Pony Village Mall in North Bend. All these sites will offer Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson vaccines. In your other headlines this morning, a Marion County family is asking for help to find their loved one who vanished under unusual circumstances. Ezra Mayhew is 17 years old and he's from the Silverton area. Ezra's mom dropped him off for his morning shift at the Oregon Garden Resort in Silverton on October 15th. Later that day, Ezra texted his parents to tell them he was working a double. But when they went to pick him up, Ezra wasn't there. He was gone. Well, family and law enforcement started poking around, and they've determined Ezra was caught up in a catfishing scheme. Now, catfishing is a form of online deception that involves using a fake identity to lure someone into a relationship with the goal of getting money or private information. Ezra's family says they want nothing more than to just have him home for the holidays.
When we have dinner and we're sitting at the table and there's somebody missing, it's like the fourth wheel on the car, it's not a good feeling. And last 2 months has been really the hardest thing me and my wife have gone through in our whole lives.
Okay, take another look at Ezra Mayhew's pictures on the screen right now. If you have any information about his disappearance, please contact the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Well, the city of Portland will likely end the year with the most car thefts since the mid-1990s. KGW's Bryant Clerkley talked to one victim among the thousands of people who have had vehicles stolen this year.
Portland police say 1,140 vehicles were stolen in the month of November. One woman says that her car was stolen right after she moved to town. Car thefts are at a high in the city of Portland, according to data. So far this year, there have been 8,024 thefts reported. This is a 36% increase over the same time period in 2020. Melanie Blaze recently had her 2001 Chevy Silverado stolen from the Elliott neighborhood in North Portland, and she's been looking for it ever since.
My truck got stolen on a Sunday, November 14th. We went and watched a football game, came back to the house, parked the truck near the apartment, and the next day when my partner went to leave for work, the truck was gone. 2021 is likely to be the worst year for car thefts since 1995, when police tailed over 9,000 thefts. Almost 70% of the cars stolen are Hondas, Fords, Subarus, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. When it comes to where cars are stolen, neighborhoods in Northeast and Southeast had more cars stolen than any other parts of the city, according to data. I have a bad back and a bad knee, and my job hunt has been now limited to wherever I can waddle to.
The data shows people are likely to have their cars stolen between 6 p.m. and midnight. Data also suggests police recover the vast majority of cars that are reported stolen. This year, 78% of stolen vehicles have been found within 30 days. 89% of cars stolen this year have been recovered to date. Blaze says she's facing some challenges when it comes to getting her car back.
Because the title wasn't officially in my name yet, we weren't allowed to report the truck stolen.
Blaze says she's been biking around looking for the truck. A friend of hers says she spotted 2 people driving the truck on MLK and Lombard, but they drove away quickly.
It's just super selfish and inconsiderate, and I hope when I find my truck, I don't have to fight for my truck.
Police say you shouldn't leave valuables in your car, and it could be best to park your car in a garage, or if that's not possible, park it in a well-lit area. In Portland, I'm Bryant Clerkley, KGW News.
Yeah, such a bummer, such a hassle. All right, well, let's switch it up for the weather, which could be kind of a hassle at times coming up, Rod.
Or happy, snow, Christmas weekend, get it? Happy?
Happy.
It depends on what you like, right? Okay, we have pretty much dry weather right now east of the Cascades. A storm warning where it's snowing pretty good. They've had 10 inches of snow backing up to yesterday at Timberline Lodge. Hefty snow amounts over the government camp area as well. And we're starting to see temperatures drop over the Coast Range where there's a storm warning up for 1,500 feet today. So if you're going Highway 6 or 26, you could run into snowy travel. If you're going down to Newport, I would definitely go down and take those lower roads. Murphy Hill, for example, takes you into Lincoln City and Newport. Otherwise, rain's pretty steady right now, but the heaviest rain is east of I-5. What you probably heard last night, boy, it was really coming down. Today turns into a very active, numerous shower day. We're unstable, so you would expect downpours. Maybe you hear a rumble of thunder out there today. There's Government Camp, just well plowed recently, it looks like, 27 degrees. That's going to be snow-packed with snow at times through the upcoming Christmas weekend. And here's the Highway 26 at just 1,400 feet. Temperature 33 degrees. The snow level for accumulating snow expected to be about 1,500 feet today. Obviously, that's close. So I would say anytime you get above 1,000 feet in the Coast Range, actually, you could find some icy road conditions today. Here are the current numbers. We're fine. 40 Salem, 37 Kelso, 42 Astoria. We are below freezing. Of course, I shouldn't say of course. There have been some warm nights lately across eastern Oregon. Here's the Futurecast movie. This is scattered stuff by 9 o'clock. So steady rain right now ending in the coming hours, and then it's scattered but numerous showers. There's a heavy shower right there, 2 p.m. Maybe you hear a rumble of thunder. Christmas Eve services tonight, 9 p.m. This shows it's fairly quiet, but it could be wrong. I mean, there will be scattered showers still coming and going through the tick of midnight tonight for you. Here's Christmas morning. This shows some snow in the air over downtown Portland with temps above freezing. It shows during the heart of the day at noon, mostly rain, but there could be a mix down at low elevations tomorrow. Then I play it into the evening. Dun, 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 boom. That's all snow. And then we'll give you a second boom into Sunday. That's all snow. But it's showery precipitation. And the temperature Sunday, as you look at the 7-day, 43 today, 35 Sunday. So how much do we really get sticking that stays? Kind of tough to tell. Maybe we get a couple inches during the day Sunday, some more Sunday overnight. Monday PM goes dry. We get the east winds Tuesday. It gets really cold at night. 20 in Portland. But if you live in a spot where you don't get east winds, you could be more like 12, 13, 14 degrees. That's Wednesday morning. Yeah, make sure Tim, undo your hoses from those outside spigots at least, because that's, I think, the number one way people get those spigots frozen.
Right. Yeah. We'll take care of that. And thanks for all of that, Rod. Well, the University of Washington is working on ways to beat depression with psychedelic, so-called magic mushrooms. We'll take a look at the project coming up in about 5 minutes. Plus, do you know where the modern images of Santa come from? We're going to verify if Coca-Cola has anything to do with it.